Looking at problem 5, it's the same factoring. It's just out of order. So what you do is we're going to rearrange it to where it's x squared, x, and then the number. So make sure you move the sign in front of it because it goes together. So I have a positive x squared. I'm going to list that first. Then an x, so negative 14x, and then my number. So that's a positive 48. Now it's in the order, x squared, x, and a number. So let's do the AC method. We'll multiply the first and last. So 1 times 48 is 48. T-chart 48. List all your factors of 48. 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 5, 6 and 8. And that's the end. All right, so they multiply to a positive 48. So I know that's either going to be 2 positives or 2 negatives. So let's look at that middle sign. It's a negative. So that means it's going to be 2 negatives. So both sides are going to be negative. So which ones add up to negative 14? Well, that's negative 6 and negative 8 make negative 14. So put your x's because we're rewriting that middle number. Instead of negative 14x, we're going to put negative 6x and then negative 8x to make it 4 turn. So x squared minus 6x minus 8x plus 48. So group your first two, group your second two, and pull out the GCFs. So looking at your first group, what do they have in common? They both have an x. So I'm going to divide out an x from my first group. So when you divide exponents, you subtract. 2 minus 1 is an x. Then my second, my x's cancel, so bring down your negative 6. Bring down the middle sign. 8 and 48. What number do they have in common? The highest number that can divide into both is 8. Now, because that middle sign was a negative, my GCF is now a negative 8. So when I go to divide, I'm going to divide negative 8. So negative 8 divided by negative 8, bring down your x. 48 divided by negative 8, negative 6. Do my parentheses match? Yes, they do. Bring one of them down. We only need one. And then for my second group, I'm going to combine my outside GCF. So what was my first GCF? An x. What is my second GCF? Negative 8. All right, let's look at number 6. Well, there's a number in front of x squared. So your first question always, is there a GCF? Does 4, 16, and 84 have a common factor? What is the highest number? Can 4 go into 16? Yes, it can. Can 4 go into 84? Yes, it can. So 4 is my GCF. So I'm going to divide 4 all the way across. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so bring down my x squared. Negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4x, and then negative 84 divided by 4 is negative 21. So now inside my parentheses, I have that x squared, x, and a number. Do the AC method. 1 times negative 21 is negative 21. List all my factors of 21. 1 and 21. Can 2 go in? No. Can 3? Yes. 3 and 7. Now when they multiply, it's a negative 21. So I know one number must be negative. So look at your middle sign. The middle sign always goes to the higher side. So that means the negative is on the higher side. So now which ones add up to negative 4, 3, and negative 7? Those are going to be my new numbers for the middle. So I need to put an X behind them. Sorry. So that's negative 7x. So I'm going to rewrite everything. Instead of negative 4x, I'm going to put my new numbers. So positive 3x minus 7x minus 21. I'm going to group the middle. So what GCF does my first group have in common? Well, they both have an X. So I'm going to divide X from my first group. If I take one away, subtract 2 minus 1 is 1X. My second group, the X's cancel, so bring down the positive 3. Bring down your middle sign, so that's a negative. 7 and 21, what is the highest number that can go into both? 7. So my GCF is not positive 7, it is negative 7. So divide negative 7 in the second group. Negative 7 divided by negative 7 is X. 2 negatives make a positive, so 21 divided by 7 is positive 3. Do my parentheses match? Yes, they do. Bring one of them down. And then for my second group, I'm going to combine these outside GCF. So what was my first GCF? An X. What is my second GCF? Negative 7. We are not done. Do not forget about this first GCF, positive 4. Bring it down to your final answer. You have to bring down that first GCF to your final answer.